All right, we have our next international joining us. That is Sam Soje, who once played for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, scored amazing goals for the country as well. And I would like to know how you feel about Nigeria not making it to the World Cup. But first of all, I'd like to welcome you to the show, Sam.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, what do you make of Qatar World Cup kicks off today. Nigeria will not get to feature in this one. We're not going to get to see the superstars playing for the Super Eagles of Nigeria at the World Cup. What do you make of the country not making it to Qatar?
Yeah, it's sad. It's very sad, but we have to maybe think it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe if we had gone to the World Cup, the planning will not be there. We needed to plan, and I think there's no country that will go to the World Cup or expect to do well that they don't have the local league being intact. And I think we're far behind. I think the fans, the country don't know how far behind we are. So yeah, I don't think we're qualified to go to the World Cup, and that's what happened.
Now, even if you had qualified for the World Cup, yes, we have a lot of players and all of that, but day in, day out, we keep talking about coaches who would lead us to the World Cup. Do you also support the fact that we should still stick with the foreign coaches, or we should just come back home and look for a local coach who will take us to a better place in football?
Yeah, the word foreign and local coach, I don't understand it, because I was born in London, but I grew up in Nigeria, so it doesn't matter where the coach comes from. If he has to be a white man, he has to be a white man if he's good enough. If he's a Nigerian man, a black man, he has to be a black man, but he has to be good enough. I don't think for the past couple of employees that we've had, I don't think we've got a good technician. I think we're struggling technically. We're struggling well. But when it comes to the players, I used to back up the players. I was once a player, but I don't think we're good enough. I don't think we're good enough, and I think that's affecting the whole thing. Yes, technically we're not up to scratch at all. But the players now, I'm beginning to judge the players that I'm not sure we're good the way we think we are.
And talking about the players now, what do you think is wrong apart from the technicalities? What do you think we should do to put things in place apart from the technicalities, the coaches, and probably our local league?
You have to plan. You have to get your local league good. I can tell you from experience, when you play qualifiers, it's always hard for us to come from London or come from abroad to play qualifiers. In Africa, it's always hard. And when you get the local players, playing those qualifiers, you always qualify. Then when you get to the World Cup, you can see the superstar come in, but to qualify, you need local players, and you have to plan. We need our local league to be working properly for the national team to do well. If we're doing well, I won't be happy, because we shouldn't be doing well. But our local league is not doing well. So until we get that right, I think we are where we should be.
All right. And looking at the World Cup, which of these teams are you going to be looking at? And is there any stand-up player we also need to concentrate on?
Funny enough, I'm not a huge football fan.
Wow. Come on, you played football. Why can't you be a football fan?
I know, it's weird. But I really want to see Messi win the World Cup. So it would be nice to see Messi win the World Cup, and if Argentina have to do that for him, it would be very good. So we're voting for Argentina to win it. But the African countries is always my pride for them to go to the next level, a semi-final. And that would be good for Africa. And
before I let you go, a football legend, Samuel Eto'o, he said that this World Cup will see Morocco and Cameroon make it to the finals, and Cameroon win that game, and it means that Africa will get to win the tournament. What do you make of that? What's it called now? Believe or dream?
Hey, there's nothing. You can dream, but yeah. I'm sure he's joking. I'm not sure we are where we are to win the World Cup, but the World Cup is about luck. I've been to competitions where luck plays a big part, but you have to be good enough. I was really impressed with Egypt. But yeah, you just never know. You might just have one or two good games, but winning the World Cup is a big punch that moves your way.
All right. Thank you very much, Sam Soje, for joining us today on the show. Always good to have you with us.
Always a pleasure. Thank you very much.